Well, once again, good evening. And tonight, I'm very honored to be invited by Tina to this Metta Center, and it's very inspiring that we have this kind of center to be set up, because everyone in their life, we only long for what? Happiness, in search of happiness, right? And many of us, in fact, can't find the real happiness. We have all these, like I always say, requisites, all this comfort in our life, but yet, deep inside our heart, we are very empty. Sometimes we are emotionally affected by a lot of things, but we don't know what happened to us. And we try to find an answer, and we can't find an answer because why? Our mind is always thinking, and we think too much. That's the problem, right? And we are so lucky that there's this teaching that the Buddha has offered after his enlightenment, that in fact we can find the real happiness within ourselves, right? And of course, you got to go to a range of a training where we call that Sila Samadhi Panya, which is a precept training. There's a restraining actions, and Samadhi, the calming of your mind, and Panya, which is called, actually when we say Panya, is enlightenment. Panya, that means you really see things through and you don't get affected. The enlightenment, that you don't be affected by all these sensory glands that always drag you out, right? Now, because we human beings, we are born, right, with different kinds of background, and different culture, different belief, right? And certain event in our life, we find it very, very strange that how come I'm a so faithful person and this thing that is so unfair is happening to my family or to my children, to myself, to my business, to my relationship, all kinds of things, right? This uncertainty. In Buddhism, we call it the uncertainty of life, which is triggered by what we call karma, right? And because of our unknowing mind, right, we never hear say, and we got caught in between, and we feel so depressed, we can't get an answer. But if we were to calm our mind down, then we say that, when a person will calm his mind, then you can see the differences between a calm mind and a troubled mind. Why I say a troubled mind? A mind that is always having all these mental formations, all this story making, and you don't know how to stop it, right? That's why when we, like in this present era, especially this present time, we have a lot of, I believe you have heard a lot of what we call mindfulness training, right? That can keep yourself in check of your own personal thought formations as coming out. But most of the time, right, we knew that this kind of happening is happening, the thought arising within us, but we don't know what to do with it. It happens so fast, And when this thing happened, we got caught up. We knew, and that's where frustration, irritations, right? And you start to, why? Right? Now, maybe I'm trying to pacify that it's okay. It's okay. You got to tell yourself, never mind, because your mindfulness is not so strong and your training is not so intense, right? So when, at the very least, you know that I can arrest the arising of this thought. It's a good thought, it's a bad thought, at least you know. But if it is a bad thought, please don't react, don't do, don't say. What happened to human beings is, when they knew anger arises in them, they know. It's not that they don't know, but they don't have what I call the handbrake. And they react, boom. Now the damage is done, right? And then after that, when the damage is done, they feel regret, remorse. Oh, I shouldn't have do this, I shouldn't have do that. It's not that they don't know, they know, right? Now is the know-how, DIY, how to remedy the situation, right? The first thing is that, okay, I feel this time, how to reinforce my mindfulness. I mean, Rome is not made in a day, right? 1,000 miles start with the first step. You're not going to make the changes in yourself. You will never change. We can read a lot of books, finding information in the internet, getting advice from all this, what we call that, mind center, so-called management. And quite surprisingly, I think recently there was this, one of the psychologist advisor, he committed suicide. Yeah, he teaches, his director, very reputed man. And why this thing happened to them? Because we study only the knowledge, what the book tells us what to do. In real practice, real life applications, we can't apply because this thing happened within us. You see, this is what we call stress. This cause of intense feeling, this called emotional feeling. We don't know how to manage. You may be able to tell other people, oh, this is what you should do, blah, 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 because you go for the course, they give you a certificate, and you can go and teach. You can go and coach people, but in reality, you see, it's just like, sometimes I want to laugh is, got one time my family people, someone to get divorced, and he go to a divorcee to give advice. I say, no. Get someone who got a good family to go and talk to him. You don't get a divorcee to go and talk to him. Or you're getting worse. Because why? When people are suffering, right, their mind is imbalanced. They can't give a balanced answer. They were based on their hatred or their, the experience they have gone through, the traumatic kind of a feeling they have gone through to give you the advice. So how can they give you good advice? Right? You got to have someone who's practical. Then you look at him, very cheerful, very happy family life. How they brought the children, the family is very intact. Why? There's a reason behind the success of the family grouping together so long. So we must look from there. Why? Then you can find out that they have this very good moral value, the precept. This family got precept. You look at it, they are very kind, right? They observe all the moral precept. They don't kill, they don't steal, they don't practice sexual misconduct, they don't tell lies, they are very honest people, down to earth, they don't drink, all kinds of detrimental action, they don't have. And you see, very good family. But, the kids come out sick, blood come out from the body, no rhyme or reason. Then the family, why? That's what we call karma. We have all kinds of experience. People come into the temple to seek advice on why these things happening to them, and they are not. They are highly educated people, in the government service, and it's sort of why these things happening to us. Why? Right? And this is what brought people to come forward to look for the truth of their life, of why. You see, that's why if you were to go back to the Buddha's teaching, and it's very inspiring, the Buddha tells the cause and the effect, why you suffer this and why you suffer that. And you can be, you can't dispute, it's inside there. We don't just say, you believe me. No, there's a cause. The Buddha dare to let you challenge him. Challenge him. I'm a very stubborn monk. I don't just be, I don't believe. You tell me you can fly, you fly, let me see. And then I say, I don't believe people so easily. Even though people say, blah, blah, I say, no, I want to stay with him. I want to observe him. Is it true? After say, it's true. He really can read my mind. When I say something this morning, he will repeat what I say. I think of the thing, I say, wow. So it's the same thing, right? The Buddha says, don't just believe. You may come to the center like that, but it's a modern center. It's a very good center because why? Like I say, there's no Buddha image. I know, no. Because in Thailand, sometimes before our food, we pay respect at our seat. So initially, I was quite taken back. Why don't we pray to the Buddha image? Everybody paying respect to the seat. And then my friend, one of the monks, he said, the Buddha is in your heart. not at the Buddha image out there. That's sort of, then if we have Buddha image, I said, that is just a symbolic. Well, it takes time because human being, we have a lot of pride. We have a lot of ego. We always hold on very strongly to our ego and to the views that we have. And it's not only one day. It's accumulated on how many lifetimes. We are very egoistic. We cannot let down our ego. And this is what makes us suffer so much because of ego. Why should I? Why should I give in to you? Why should I listen to you? Who are you? I'm the boss. Okay? If you are my boss, because I take money from you in my job, I got to say yes. Right? But after the job, no more my boss. Right? So this is how ego works in this corporate world. That's why when I say that a lot of people, a lot of Buddhist center, they always go for numbers. I say, hey, you want to have good number? Throw free party, free beer, free barbecue, a lot of people will come. Is this what you want? I say, no. Exactly. When we want to do something good, we make sure we practice ourselves. Right? We sit by ourselves. You want to come? Come. You come, we practice together. If you don't come, I got nothing to lose because I'm sitting myself also. So that should be the kind of approach so that you don't have the kind of what we call the pressure in whatever thing you do. But in this corporate world, we don't think that way. You got to target, the numbers of people you must hit so that you can get promotion. But in this type of training, no, right? Religion mustn't be done in the way that we go for target and numbers. No, the target number is target yourself. How can we lessen our greed, hatred, delusion, lower our pride, lower our ego? How? That should be the way. Then you can live happily. A lot of people, they can't do that. They're so too arrogant. The more higher people respect you, the bigger the head. And then they float in the air, they cannot come down anymore. And then when the air loosens, boom! The higher you go, the harder you fall. The word say, So same thing, for us, sometimes like you used to say, we walk the talk, we don't talk, we just walk. Just walk, But I didn't know that this walk can inspire you. I didn't know. Because this walk is for myself. It's for my own training. I always say, we got to come up from the comfort zone. We're so comfortable. We're so attached to the comfort that, it's too hot outside there. It's too cold. Why should I suffer? Go and damage my feet, all the toes, all the nails gone, and all the pain, my ankle sprained, and all that stuff. Are you crazy? I say, I'm not crazy. I'm perfectly okay. Like one of the reporter in where they said in quarantine in Wagga Wagga. They've been driving many days. They say, these people, are they crazy? Because they've been seeing us walking many days already. So one day they approach us. Why are you walking? Out of curiosity, And this is when we got a chance to talk to them that I'm not crazy. He thought I'm crazy man walking on the street. So many days and he's still walking. Right? Then later when we review that, we are walking for our own peace and harmony of our body and mind. And he said, wow, okay. Then we say that we walk from Lara, Target, Sydney. He more wow. But to us, it's a training, right? It's a training. We don't mean to get publicized, but anyway, things happen by itself. Okay, hey, you guys will be on the national news. Oh, okay. You see, when you don't have the intention to be famous for name and fame, it's okay. What happened? Okay. After all, we just want to walk. And it's a good experience because in the different culture, different environments, you only see people take a flight from Melbourne to Sydney, right? Trains, and then by boat, yes. Cruise. Cruise. Driving caravan, motorbike, bicycle. Anyone walk? Walk, yes. You walk?
Many years ago, there was ultra marathon from Sydney to Melbourne.
Oh.
Wow.
Maybe some of you will remember that.
Oh yeah, good.
And ultra marathon, like you walk or a bit of jogging, and what happened? There was 20, 30 people, and
Wow.
you know who won? Not the 135 or 40. This guy, he was Cliff Young. He was 65.
Wow.
And he beat it, all the 130, 35.
Wow.
So you asked the question, I thought I'll answer.
Oh yeah, good. He run, eh?
Yeah, jogging and walking, but it is more walking, so you can last over 1,000 kilometers.
Wow.
Obviously, you had a van, a group where you rest, you change you put in new shoes after 500 kilometers. Obviously.
Oh, the sponsor.
But it was a good experience. I do a lot of walking.
Oh, good.
I don't want to continue, but yeah, that's what answer you. And you can Google Cliff Young. Cliff Young. He was a farmer. Farmer. He had a farm. Yeah, farmer. And yeah, with his boot, because on the farm where there's a lot of mud and water, obviously he's wearing his boot. And when you step in the mud, the boot will get heavier.
Oh yeah.
So you are training your.
Yeah.
And when you take that boot and you
Wow.
put in new running shoes, you can walk longer distance and faster.
Yeah, he can fly. Yeah, it's good. Good. Yeah, good. So it was good training anyway, for endurance, patience, and the determination, because you will have a lot of blister. A lot of blister every day. Here one blister, there you're gonna poke away the water, the blister, so that you don't feel pain, and tomorrow you can continue to walk. Because if you don't poke the fluid inside there, you will get bigger and bigger, and it's very painful. Yeah. So anyway, back to what we are discussing just now, right? That when we walk, right, at first it's sort of you got to tune the body first. The first 1-2 weeks is sort of we call it shock and adaptations. Because of the heat, very strong UV, pong, and you basically certain stretch, no tree in a bare road, and you got to go very hot, right? And it's good. And after some sunshine on your head for about 1-2 hours, you start to go. You wake up, after the third week, the body start to get acclimatized, and you can feel it that if your body is ready, the mind is ready, right? And you can go, no problem. Yeah. And because of the injury that we incurred during the walk, of course, it's quite demoralizing because of the bone abrasions. It's quite painful. This is where you got to work out. This is where the real mindfulness training comes in. You got to focus on that, and look here, the leg pain, not the mind pain. Just watch it. Most of the time you see your mind grumble, you're very painful, enough already. Hey, shut up. The leg never say anything, you just shut up. You keep reverting back to your mind, shut up, don't complain, just keep walking. The leg never complain, don't complain. And after a while, when the mind quiet, pop, I see it very peaceful, it can go. That's why we call mind over matter. You need to train it. You need to train it. And you need to have the condition to train it. It's easy to say, It's just a sitting meditation. It's just a pain. Sit longer. You can add more cushion. Yeah. Sometimes they add one cushion. I say, add as many cushion as you want, but you just sit and don't move. And when the pain arises, you just sit and don't move. 1 hour, 2 hours, they start, don't move. Don't move. And you see how this intense arising and how your mind will yell inside you and enough. You see? You can't take it. But if you just say, okay, never mind, I go for an extra 1 minute, and you start to count 1, 2, 3, and you just start to, you will discover yourself will have this agitation coming out, but to count faster, so as to quickly finish that 1 minute, then you can see the kind of agitation that's arising, then you can see. We are doing this kind of training to test, because awareness, you're aware, you know this emotion coming up in you, agitations, discomfort from the body. So if you were to put in line with the Satipatthana Sutta, in line, the body, feeling, citta, and what? Dhamma. Kaya Vedana Chittam. It happens just like that. It's very sharp, but normally we lose. Most of the time we lose to the pain. We can't endure it. We can't go through it. And most of the time we say, it's okay. It's anicca. Right? We like to use the word anicca. We want to give up. We say, this is impermanent. So as to offset, so that you don't feel so guilty within us, right? We say that, never mind, some other days. You got to really do it every day. Every day. But if you can go through it, good for you. Yeah. So a lot of people when they meditate, they cannot calm the mind down, because even though they are meditating, they only enjoy very shallow kind of concentration, joy, not so much. The mind doesn't go to deep concentration. So when you don't have this meditative joy, it's very hard for you to live happily externally, because there's no joy in your heart. There's no joy. You can have a lot of things outside there, but there's no joy. People just agitate you with one word, you got and you got so angry, and the anger stays with you for days, sometimes for months, for years. I see people, wow, you just press on the button and there you go. You get triggered and say, wow. So if you don't have mindfulness, then you cannot arrest this kind of unwholesome thought. So when people trigger certain thing, bam, contact, pop, hey, you must be alert. Okay, don't be tricked. Okay, you have hurt yourself emotionally by your own thoughts, and because of the wordings from other people. Why don't you just leave the word at your ears? Don't enter the heart. You see, normally it's contact. Sound contact, trigger, bam, liking, disliking arises, and your mind will take side. If your mind is calm, you can see the process of this mental thing happens, the succession happens so fast. First thing trigger, bam, enter, and liking, disliking come. Eye, same thing. Eye, nose, taste bud, bodily feeling. For example, you see the mosquito, the mosquito haven't even landed on you. You start to, are you seeing? What happened? Hey, stop it, don't do that. But why people do that? You see the memory they have. If they hear the sound, it means mosquito. And they start to pack it even in the dark. Why? Because they don't like the mosquito sound. They say the mosquito will bite them. How you know? Maybe the mosquito just fly through you, fly past you, and then they pass you. So you see how human mind can go to a kind of supposition and react, mostly in a very unwise way, I should say. And after you do that, I shouldn't have do that. They regret. Most of the time we regret after what we have done, and we feel so bad, and the feeling of feeling so bad will stay with us for so long. It's not one day you can erase. Every time this thought arises, that's why the Buddha said, you must be mindful. Don't do all this kind of thing that hurt yourself. And we have been doing the wrong thing all the while. We thought that it's correct. But if we don't have this kind of proper training to guide us, it's very hard to find the right training, to train the heart. Yeah, everybody talk about calmness, but have we really calm? How calm is the mind? Have you really find the real calmness in yourself? We can talk about calmness, but they don't know how to meditate. They don't know how to calm. We talk about mindfulness. You're only mindful on a very, shallow level. Deep inside, when this a lot of refined things happening in us, we are not mindful enough. We can only know when the thought is going to end. Right? It's just like when you wake up every morning. Have you noticed before you wake up, there will be a thought trigger in your mind, and then you perceive a thought arise in your mind before you wake up. Okay, your homework. You just be mindful, right? And before you sleep, are you mindful of your sleeping posture, or just go? Actually, when we talk meditation, you don't have to even sit. For people who are old, you can do light meditation. Like my mom, she's very old now. Last time she sit, but as she grows older, she can't sit because she's so thin. And when she sit, now her bone will compress on the back, and she's very painful. And she used lying position. And she just scanned her whole body scan. Whole night she said, I don't sleep. I wake up so fresh. I say, good. So are you still scared of dying? Never mind, die. I'm so old. But a lot of people, they doesn't know to hear the word dying. They are scared to hear the word die. Right? When they talk about death, you see, if you have the fear, then the more we got to ask, what die, what doesn't die. In fact, our mind doesn't die. What dies is just this body. It's just a changing from one physical body to another form. But what form we don't know in the future. That's why we need, it's very, very crucial that we should observe this kind of a good precept, the 5 precepts, for ourselves, for our own welfare and happiness. At the very least, in this present lifetime, we know that, we have created a good condition for ourselves. So if we die any moment, no problems. We have these good conditions that we have been fostering all this while. You don't have to think about what happened after death. Because presently it's like that, what is there to be worried about? Because your mind has been prepared to receive this happening anytime. You don't know what's going to happen next. So if you a person who are very, we don't talk about mindful about what happiness is, your own physical well-being, mental well-being, and you are training for yourself, you don't have to worry what happened to you after death. What's more important is now. You cannot look after now. How are you going to, after death? A lot of people say after death. No. Do now. Don't do after death. This is what happened. When you're still alive, you don't look after the parents. You don't look after your family. Right? Every time the parent die, they have a very big feast, like celebrations, to tell the whole world that ceremony to tell that they are very caring for their parents, but when the parents are alive, they never visit the parents, never look after the parents, never care for the parents. And you see, and this is what's going to happen. Come to our generation, same thing. Our son will do that to them because we do that to our parents. And the system will do in such a way that, never mind, someone will look after them. The welfare program will look after them. What happens if the welfare program doesn't work? You know, it's very sad, you know, sometimes I look at it and say, why can't we just look after our own parents? Right? And of course, when we have kids, we would like our kids to look after us. This kind of concept, you know. But we have do it that we are pushing responsibility to someone else we don't know. Right? You think they will do a good job like your own child? But because you are your parents, the parents always look after the child. The best, right? We are parents before. We always look after our own children, our own son, daughter very, very well, because it's from your own stomach, right? The love is there. But if we do that, then after that we don't instill them with this kind of good moral value. This is something is very alarming, you know. In fact, the whole world, I travel a lot. I see why this is happening around the world, you know, because you see all the inside the house, all the old people, all the youngsters all go to the town, and old people so like they have everything, big house, yeah, big car, but who drive for them? They go to wait for the son, but the son is in town. They come back once a year, and it's happening around the whole. I went, this is very alarming, you know. And we have been going so-called, we say that, so sophisticated lifestyle, go to the city, blah, blah. And these young, old people, they don't know what to do. Good if they have a belief, they know how to do prayer, they know how to occupy their time. And most of them, they don't know. They sit there, they look at the sky, you know, like we're walking along the way. Up there, we see a lot of old people sit outside the house, even the car. We walk past them, hey, hello. Wow, they are very lonely. And we saw our group sitting, resting, drinking coffee. They stopped by. You having a party here? I said, no, we are resting. So from there you can see how empty human heart is, right? And if you don't have this called what we call morale teaching in yourself, this moral value, this good value in yourself, it's very empty. But if you have that, then it's good. If you stay alone, better still. They said, I can meditate more. No one bothers me, right? I'm at the end of my life. I'm growing older. Yeah, I can do more meditation for myself, which is good, right? The problem is they don't have this kind of training. A lot of places, in fact, 90% human being on earth are like that. Yeah, it's very, very, very sad when I saw a lot along the way. Yeah, but anyway, to each his own karma. I think of that. Well, this we can only hope for the well-being of the world. But each individual got to be responsible for their own well-being. But for us, we can only hope, you know, that the world can be a better place. We can want to encourage more good value to be, you know, implemented into the society. But it's up to the policy maker to implement, right? And then you got to start from the school. That's very important, because if the school, they only teach knowledge, how to make money, how to survive. They never teach you how to be a good moral person. They never teach that. So the kid will be, you know, quite undisciplined, you know. So when they are not disciplined, you think they can be a good citizen? They will break all the precepts. They will, you know, kill. You see, when I read the news, I said, wow, Why a kid can kill people like that at this age? Take a gun and go and shoot. Why this thing happening, you know? You can see, this is normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. Because we're encouraging this thing, that's why you look at the games that nowadays people are encouraging, they never look at the moral aspect or how to make this into a more peaceful and a more livable place. They just go how to make more money to benefit themselves. You see, and this is what the corporate world is, and it's very damaging, you know. And in the end, we have water that we can't drink. Agree? We have water that we can't drink nowadays in the stream. We have air that we can't breathe. You're going to put on masks because so much virus, right? We have the soil that we hardly can plant in, so much chemical now, right? And everything is out of balance. And the scientists try to find the cause. Why? The cause is because of human greed. You give that another earth is not enough, let me tell you. Yeah, who do all this imbalance? Because of human greed. We got to start from ourselves because, like I say, what we use nowadays, for example, tissue paper will do, and food. How much food wastage? If one person, 1 tablespoon, you just go and count. A family unit, only 1 tablespoon will do. But people hardly think of that. Oh, I have money, we buy what? What's wrong? All these are personal discipline. If you can do that, then you can control. Because for every unit got to do the control, self-control. You know, no wastage, blah, blah. From that onward, then things will reduce. But you're going to reduce and you're going to solve, you know, the external. It's not external cause, it's human actions that resulted to what's happening nowadays. Not out of sudden something happened, but everybody play this finger pointing, blaming game, or because of you. No, everybody got a part to play. I say, tissue paper. When I go to the toilet, sorry. A piece enough, 2 pieces, okay. All this very refined, small little thing we overlook. All this little thing is what constitutes to what is happening to this whole world now. Food wastage. You look at the rubbish dump. Oh, I see. Every time they pour, wow. A lot of people got no food, living in poverty, right? And these people just throwing away. Well, who cares? Yeah? So these are the things we got to say. Okay, how to educate from small. We got to take very long time, 100-200 years, but it's worth the struggle for the world, because we are not doing something damaging. It's only good for human mankind to be thrifty, safe, peaceful, non-violence, this kind of thing we should encourage. But you look at the whole world, it's all based on what? Human greed, human hatred, human delusion. This is what's happening now. You see, and this kind of training, you want well-being, everybody say well-being. Their well-being is based on what? Material thing. No, the well-being on the personal aspect, and it's very detrimental. You see, that's why I say you give the human mankind another one more earth, not enough to use. They will destroy, then they are going out to where? Mars, right? They thought they go to Mars, they can stay there, but they destroy Mars, then they will go in another place. See? But if they were to come to this kind of inward training, they can stop the problem. You see? You can really stop the problem, because there's a lot of institution, so-called good institution. They have been encouraging all this kind of green stuff, very good stuff, but it's not being encouraged. I don't know why. Right? And again, human greed. If I do that, then no income. And everything will be slowed down. Like someone ever said, hey, monk, if we do like you, the economy going to crash, I say, not true. You'll be more peaceful. You don't have to work like I say, thanks COVID. So they got more time with your family. A lot of people, they say, grumble, I don't have time for my family. I say, don't grumble, okay? You must thank you, COVID, you stay at home. Now they get the quarrel because husband and wife stay too long together. They quarrel. Every time the husband will be away, so the wife will be free at home. Now the husband is at home looking after her. And when two persons is together, they always speak forth. When two persons is together all the time, they always speak forth. You know? Worse still, if a lady, they will speak forth. And that's why they say that, why last time people used to grumble, they don't have time for the family, and now they have time for the family and more divorce. More things happening. Why? I say, they are solving problem at the external aspect. It's human. Greed, hatred, delusion, that's all. These three things. And who asked you to be born? If you're not born, then you don't have to come through all this process. If you are born, it's bound to be. But already, if you were to observe a precept, practice your moral teaching, calming your mind, then you can see things more clearly. More tolerance, more kindness, more compassion, more forgiving. Because why? We are human beings. You want to live in a peaceful society, and with different background, there bound to be some misunderstanding. If we can give and take, it's okay. There's no problem. The problem is we don't give, but we want to take. Only want to take only, but don't give. That's the problem. Or don't give and take. Just want to pull one side. And this is where bomb crash, right? But if you practice in meditation, as you practice along the path, you will understand, right? I quote you an example. My own experience, right? When I was a young monk, because I'm from Singapore, a very good living environment. We have all the abundant food. So I was crazy for ice cream. I was staying in the forest. Forest got no ice cream. I meditate, and then the thought come on. I want ice cream. Shit. I say, I cannot meditate for weeks. When I walk meditate, ice cream. I want to take ice cream. I say, shit, what is this flow come from? And then bao, hey, Pepsi Cola. Oh, shit, whole day. My mind is occupied with these three things. Ice cream, bao, and Pepsi Cola. I want to eat this, I want to eat that. I say, what kind of monk are you? You greedy monk. I scold myself. But I scold myself, the thought don't go away. I said, this shouldn't be happening to me. And it happened. It's very torturing, Very torturing. So, what I do at night, I meditate. I send my thought to my teacher. I tell my teacher, Master, please buy me ice cream and go. I'm coming to see you. I know I'm very shameful of myself, but I don't know what to do, please. And it's true. He bought me ice cream. And he tell the monk that crazy fellow is coming out, buy him ice cream. And when I come out, the monk told me, hey, is it true? You want to take ice cream? I said, yes. Master asked me to buy 500 baht of ice cream for you. Is it? Wow. Bao? Oh, down here no bao, sorry. Only ice cream. Then I come out. And then my master look at me, you greedy man, go and take ice cream. Go. Go and take ice cream. I saw so shy. But I still take my ice cream. Then after that I walk back with a stomach ache. I feel so shameful by myself, But this is what happened. This is our mind. It generates kind of thought without you being aware. The minute you're aware, you're inside there already. Oh no, it's there. 7 days, it doesn't go away. So I know, oh shit. That's why we need, it's not so easy. Sometimes you got to fight your defilement. You walk meditation, and then the Metta ice cream floating. You may say that I'm crazy, but it's true. I'm telling the truth. This is something going to happen when you're alone. You're alone, you'll experience a lot of things that is very, very, you don't have it, right? So I thought I was very lucky to be born in Singapore. They say, shit, you shouldn't have this membrane in you. If you're born like a hill tribe, then you don't have this problem. But not true, not true. And a hill tribe monk, he's a monk. And he told me, he wanted to destroy. I said, why? I think of my cow. I said, how many cow you have? 1 cow. I said, how much is a cow? I said, maybe 4,000 baht. Why you so, I don't know why I cannot dislodge from my head. Whole day I think of my cow, I would do. And he destroyed because of his cow. Yeah. And now it's a lay people serving the temple now. So I say, are you happy with your cow? So he's not 1,000 cow, only 1 cow. Not girlfriend, or the wife, not cow. So you can see, it's sometimes it's quite. You can say it's silly. It's not silly because different people got different kind of attachment. To him, it's commitment to his cow. And Stephen, one of the Singaporean monk, cats, and a Vespa motorcycle. That's why the Buddha said, before you ordain, give up everything. It's true, before ordain as a monk, give up everything, then you come ordain. Then you don't have problem, lingering problem. You don't have this lingering problem, that thing is undone, This guy, I say, you give away a Vespa motorbike, and I don't know, he feeds so many cats. Yeah, he's a very kind man. And then when he ordained one day, he said, hey, Bante, I can't meditate. I said, why? I think of my cat now. Huh? And my Vespa motorbike. I said, that one is no feeling one, never mind. Not a girlfriend, not a wife, it's okay. He said, cannot, no. I cannot meditate, no. Vespa, the image keep coming out, and then my cat, meow, meow, meow. I can't meditate. I said, so I think I want to disrobe now, because I said, don't have to disrobe. Stay put. And in the end, he disrobed. Straight away, you're going to feed his cat. Until today, when I went back to Singapore, I went, meow, meow, meow. I said, oh, it's not easy to become a monk. It's not easy to become a monk. It's not easy to become a monk. And you want to become a monk, you must relinquish everything before you become a monk. That's why the Buddha got to relinquish everything, to become a monk. It's not easy, But for me, more easy, only makan stuff only. Ice cream. My one only food only. Nothing. No other problem, only food. So easy to solve. But now it's that problem, I go fasting, no food for you. Go the other way around, no food for you. You think some more, no food for you. So the mind very quiet, no dare to think anymore. You think some more, tomorrow no food. So you must know the side step. All these are techniques on how to deal our own mind, mental mind state. Fasting is one of them. It's very good. Fasting. A lot of people say, this is a harsh treatment, not kind, not compassionate to your body. You say, no, we eat too much. So good food. Until we have cholesterol, high blood pressure, what do you call that? Diabetes. Every day coke, sure. So fasting is good. Walking is good. So these are training. All this mode of training is not rough. Actually, it's but not everybody suit this kind of training. You got to, monitor for yourself. For example, we go for 3 days. See how. The first 3 days, the first 2 days, the worst. You got to struggle a bit. When you hit the 3rd day, your stomach starts to get used to it. The 4th day, okay, very peaceful. 5, 6, 7. Then you can say, I can go for more days. 2 weeks, no problem. 15 days, I go for more days. Yeah, but make sure you drink what? Honey and salt. Very important. Because your blood sugar will drop and you will be dizzy. Yeah, and never drink coffee. When you fast, don't drink coffee. Because your heart will tremble. Yeah. When I fast, I was in the forest, I was sitting, and even the leaf drop, I'm scared, The leaf hit the roof, BAM! I got phobia. I feel scared. I said, why? Coffee. Then I stopped the coffee. No problem. I thought I need the coffee for my strength to walk. No, wrong. Honey and salt, the best. If you do fasting, honey with lemon and salt. You can go for weeks and weeks, no problem. You won't die. You have those two things, you won't die. Yeah. My friend, he fasted for 100 days. And no problem. You look at him like only thin, but it's very radiant. Like a small dewa like that. Very bright, very bright. Yeah. And he doesn't sleep, walk the whole night. People thought that when you fast, you will be very tired. Not true. He said, not true. More vigor. You can walk whole night. From 6 to 6. And then morning he sleep. And then he walk because it's too hot in the afternoon. So he changed the timing. 100 days. After 100 days, he come out. And then slowly he take soft food. So I ask him, any ache, pain in here? No, okay. Okay. Yeah. Because we were staying about 20 kilometers away. So every week I will visit him to see whether he died already. I bring him some more honey. He's still alive? I said, okay. And then we, okay. So this is what we call good brotherhood, When we stay, because there's nobody, we got to look. But you must inform your friend, hey, I'm not eating. So can you come every week to see whether I'm still alive? And this is how they strive in the forest, And there are a lot of monks, they do that. Sometimes they just say, oh, I'm going in for 1 month. And they just prepare the honey, that's all. Salt, honey, and then go in. And then come out like a stick like that. Very thin. But very radiant. Very radiant. You look very familiar, no?
Me?
Yeah.
We never met before.
Not in Singapore?
I lived in Singapore for 2 years, almost 2 years, but I didn't have any contact with Buddhism back then. It was after I left Singapore.
Oh yeah?
Buddhism, yeah.
Look at one of the devotees in Singapore. Yeah, that's why a lot of people say, where I saw them. Yeah. That this lady, I met her, and she said, oh yeah. She was in Singapore for 7 years. I met her in Stanmore Temple. So, I met you in Singapore. Yeah. I was in Singapore for 7 years before she came to become, she was a PR in Singapore. And then she became a PR here. Then she got to give up the PR in Singapore. Yeah, it's a small circle Buddhism. Yeah, we move everywhere. You see the same old face. Yeah. You got any question?
Anyone got questions? usually the first question. People a bit shy.
Yeah.
So I pre-planned. Actually, this is not my question. Someone else wanted me to ask this question. And interesting, in your talk just now, you used the phrase about how 1,000 miles start with the single step.
Yep.
And her question is two parts. One part is how are you feeling when you took your first step of this 1,000-kilometer Tudong journey?
To me, it's normal because every day, even at the temple, I'm doing my walking meditation every day. Every day is about 5-6 hour walk every day. I'm doing my personal walk, but our walk is not a big, long walk. Like it's a 30 space. 30 space, then we turn back. 30 space, turn back, For 1 hour, then we'll sit for 1-2 hours, then walk in 1 hour. So change the posture in meditation so that we don't feel the ache so much. So after the walk, I sit, and walk, I sit, and maybe too tired, take a nap. Then walk, I sit. I mean, this is my lifestyle. We are monks. Meditation is a profession. It's a duty. To see, dig inside you. Any problem with you? You greedy monk? Do you still have hatred in you? Do you still have delusion? This is how we do. Digging. And sometimes in the daily life encounterment, people trigger certain thing and you still have anger. Why? So this is another, job we got to take on the day. Straight after the food, mom, go. When did this anger arise? How? Then we prop in. From where? Sound or what? Then, here. Bang, and this thing just, okay. How many people do that? Normally they enjoy being angry for years and years. They can talk about their depression for years and years and years, and it's very detrimental for the mind. But what to do? But we monks, we try to throw out all these things. You got to. That's why this forgiving is very important. Forgiving, because we will do asking for forgiveness from the Buddha every day, every night, morning, afternoon, night. We do. It's very good. Like people do prayer, same thing, asking for forgiveness from God. The same thing. You feel very good after you ask this forgiveness because you have the compassion in yourself that you are not perfect. And you try to be perfect. There's something that is no good happening in you, but what to do? You're a human being. There's some setback, so you try to be good. So every time when you do this kind of confession, you're actually reinforcing your faith that, okay, I want to be a better person. And every time you do, you're up, you spiritually you're growing, and you feel very, very happy, very open up. After that, you're not so like very depressed. For people who don't do that, they always, inside there, and then they lock this side. You know why we have 2 years? Come in here, out you go. But most of the people, they onion, they close. In the end, jam. Then the brain hang. This is why people got depression. They got depressed because of this thought moment. Depression, this kind of mental problem. Because the traumatic experience they have in the past really buried deep inside them, and they cannot go over this. So every time they talk, everything come up. It surface. The worst, if they surface, they can talk. Some people surface, they don't talk, and it just go day in, day out, day in, day, and then they make believe that this is them, and then they drop into that black hole and finish. And you can see this person from very cheerful people, and suddenly sort of finish. And you go to a psychiatrist, pop, pills, sleep. You got to find their cause. Got one lady, I want to share with you all. She's a mother. The son want to be a lady. The daughter want to be a man. This is a single mother here. She's very so painful for her, no? After bringing single mother, after bringing the children up, then the children become like that. She almost go crazy when she come to the temple. She say, and then the relative said that she has been charmed by spirit. I said, no. This thing so spirit, like your body so sting, and you sweat with all the shit in you. No. And later, we found out that she got this problem, and this is social problem, and her mind can't. I mean, no parent will love that, right? When your son want to become a lady, your daughter want to become a man, and the mothers are, huh? You know how this mother will feel. I can feel that she's in pain, and she tried to suppress her pain through meditation. I said, no. You got to think about it, because she don't want to face a problem. She want to run away. You know what I do? I purposely wait until 12 o'clock. When the hot sun come out, I give her a scraper and a screwdriver, and say, you help me to clear all these weeds around the garden. But why now? Now is the best time. But why? Go and do it. When you clear it, may my sorrow and pain in my mind be clear. I'm clearing this root now. Take it. Manga, very hot, you know. I said, good for you, just do it. Do it. When she do it, she cry. Because as she dig it, she reflect on the word, may my sorrow and pain die. And the more she said, get out. And she feel better after that. After she come in, she sit and then she cry. Let her diffuse. After certain time, okay now. Cheerful, she can accept their decision, because she can't accept it. This is what happened. I say, look, you're a very good mother. You've done your part, right? Your problem is you want your children to be the way you want them to be, and they're not going to listen to this. Is where things break. Same thing. When the daughter got a boyfriend, different race, the mom, how can that be? I say, it can be. Because it's your daughter going to marry him, not you. So leave the decision for them. You are a good mother, you've done your part. Right? Leave them alone. Then if not, your daughter going to hate you. They're going to be social problem. Please don't do that. Yeah?
So, there's a number of questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Clearly people are very, very interested, but I just want to finish off the first question, the second part, which is, and how did you feel when you took your final step of the 1,000 kilometre journey?
When I reach Stanmore, right? I just say that, well, the resolution that I make, I fulfill my resolutions. That's all. You ask me, am I happy about it? I said, okay, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
The next one is coming. Because I have been doing this kind of walk all the time, until when I start to get involved with this kind of teaching, then I got no time to walk. And then I find that my health start to degenerate, because I start to travel in the long distance, reach a place, give talk, sleep, wake up and meditate. And this is not healthy. So at least 1 year must have 3 months for myself, for my, holiday. Walking holiday. Always a holiday. So normally I would choose in the forest, you know. I came from Thailand, going to Burma, sit the other side and come back again. So they would take about 1 month trip. Maybe to the China trip, you know.
Yeah.
From Tachi Lake, we will go to Burma and then go into Songpana trip and then come back by boat. Right? There's many trips, interesting trip nowadays. Last time we don't need passport. No border. No border, we just walk through the border. You just tell the village head that I'm going there, he just give you a letter and you go, there's your passport. And in newspaper you just tell, gee. This one? Yes. This one? Your letter? Yes. I thought he's joking. But it's workable. I go there and say, okay. No need to talk. Trust. You see, when people are not so corporate minded, they're based on trust. You see, you talk to them verbally, they trust you. They don't need a paper, you know, to like signing on paper, must have stamp, must swear this and swear. Nowadays, so much things, supposition has been made to make it so formal. Like last time it's on trust. That's why I got people. They just tell, hey, we will give you, okay, that's it. Will you come in?
Okay. So Chao Khun, the next question is related to the first two questions, which is, what are you, or what were you thinking about when you are on your Tudong walk?
What am I thinking about? Oh, Puto. I don't think anything. I just think of thoughts. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. May whatever Mary have done, may be shared with all the beings around me, they encounter. That's all. Think of good thoughts. Generate thoughts of goodwill along the way. Puto. And sometimes I will revise all my chanting in my past and used to memorize.
Yeah.
So I will chant.
Oh, beautiful.
Patimokkha, Itipiso, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Anattalakkana Sutta, Atitapparaya Sutta, Mahasamaya Sutta, Jettanam Chittanam, everything that I chant, all boom. So along the way I bless, transfer the meaning to all the beings along the way. So you don't worry, from Melbourne along the city, this highway has been
blessed.
Generated with a cause of goodwill, spirit is peaceful, please don't cause harm to mankind. Please help them, please protect them, live in peace, and harmony. May they be prosperity be bestowed in this home ground, every place we step on. I mean, these are the thoughts we generate when we walk along the way.
It's beautiful.
So you'll be very happy when you walk.
Thank you.
Sometimes we go to the cemetery, we send the tell them, okay, we do a prayer and spread the thoughts of goodwill to all this Holy Spirit around here. And someone get banged, die halfway along the road. I will stand, there's a cross there. I say, hey, hi, good friend, I'm coming here to visit you. Don't worry, I introduce myself. I'm being good to you. I've got no hostile at all. And it's good. I mean, along the way, this is what I'm thinking of.
Thank you. Next question. Ajahn, could you tell me the time when you had, say, sore knees or spasm and was not able to walk for a few days? How did you overcome the disappointment?
Oh, there's no disappointment. It's just that my body doesn't cooperate. And I need rest.
Yeah,
I'm not a Superman.
Yeah.
Even the car, you need to repair, put engine oil, change the engine oil, For me, just a servicing the car to service, When your leg is in this condition, swell, That means you need to be service. The service is rest. Rest. And this oil is very good. Camel's oil. CHAMORIS. Camel's oil. Yeah, it's from these animals. The extract the oil is very good, very good. I put tonight, this morning myself, disappeared. I got a new leg. Yeah. No ache at all. Yeah. So I keep asking them, do you still have this oil? It's very good. Very good. It's tested by me.
Promotion?
Huh?
Recommendation? Promotion?
No, it's an oil that is used made by monks in Thailand. Right? And we have been using all this while. But I never had this kind of so bad injury like this trip. I had it 2 years ago when I was in Malaysia doing a walk. The same place, and my leg was so big. And I can't walk. Every day I dragging my leg, and my mom said, enough, you don't walk, you go to incur more injury. I said, I want to see how this thing can affect my mind as well. And how my mind can take this pain for how long. So it was 1,050 kilometers. I dragged all the way back with one leg. That painful. But in Australia's trip, I'm very blessed because of this oil. Yeah. I said, oh, for the first 500 kilometers, no problem. But after the 500 kilometers, wow. And to swell. I said, oh no, don't tell me it will happen like what I'm gone before in Malaysia. And not so bad. This trip is very good. I'm very blessed this trip.
So Bante, can I ask you, in your journey from Melbourne to Sydney, how many roadkill have you come across? I'm sure you saw
a lot of kangaroos. A lot of kangaroos, snake.
And what do you do normally? Do you stop and give them the blessing, or you just walk around?
I walk. Certain. If I got this feeling, this goosebumps, then I'll stop. If no, I just because I will try to bury it because it's so big, a kangaroo. I thought it's a human being at first. I thought, what? When you walk past the grass, I'm like, what smell is that? Then it look like a human being being killed, so big. But it's rotting a lot of kangaroos, goat being crashed in the car and along the way. But what to do? It's too big. We don't have equipment. No small backhoe.
But Reverend, don't you say you said prayer to them?
I said prayer to the small, newly dead rabbits. To the rabbits.
The rabbit? Yeah.
Just died.
Oh, that's good.
New one.
Oh.
Just died. So the thing is still there. For those only just a corpse, no point. Talking to corpses, no.
Do you understand?
But there's a lot of road pizza along the way. I call it road pizza. Because it's big. Flat. Fox. A lot of fox. What do you call it? Wombat.
Wombat.
Kangaroos. I mean, it's normal because of the fencing, they do the fencing. So it's a kangaroo jump. The big one can jump, the small one can't jump. I saw the small one just back. Back, the truck come. I saw that, okay.
So, Chao Khun, I think you've inspired some people with your walk, and probably all of us, but certainly one in particular has asked, do you have any plans for a future Tudong walk?
Sure, ask them to give your contact details.
Okay, Sean, so you heard that. Leave your contact details. Another one, so moving to a different topic now, and sorry if anyone here has any questions, I'll just do these ones first so that they don't feel neglected. So this person has asked, can I force my mum to go for COVID vaccine? Thank you.
Force?
I'm just reading what they said.
No, you don't force someone to do something.
Yeah.
If they don't feel easy about it. Right. You don't force things to happen.
How about...
No, you don't force.
Yeah.
You got to explain to them the importance. The good effect if you do the vaccine and the bad effect if you doesn't do the vaccine, and let them choose for themselves. A lot of people ask me this question, Pate, have you been vaccinated yet? I said, I'm okay. What for take medicine you're not sick? My immune system is very good. We walk around, all the virus we burn by the sun. Every day your chest is contracting, your blood flow. Last time you have a lot of wind in my stomach. After this walk, nothing man. Yeah. Every day when I walk, working from the top, from the below, every day. I think, so many winds. We must bring along one gas tank.
Okay, now one more question here, and then if any other questions, please ask. So this question's about fasting. So there's two questions, and I'll read them out. So, hi Venerable Chao Khun Keng, you were mentioning about fasting for days on end, surviving only on honey, water and salt. Number one, were you only drinking that mixture before noon and drinking water for the rest of the day, similar to the precepts of eating for monastics? Two, Muslims have Ramadan where they are fasting totally, including no water during the daytime and eating generally a lot at night. What do you think about this method of fasting? Thank you.
Okay. We talk about the method that we try for ourselves. Because we want the body to rest. Right? And the body only needs to maintain the blood sugar so that you don't feel tired. You can maintain the blood sugar, there's only what you need: salt, water and honey, that's all. But for Ramadan, because they've been practicing for 1,000 years, right, I believe. So it's good because, and then they are lay people, they take one meal. And for us, normally we already take one meal. So when you go for more intense, we take no food. We take salt, water and honey. For some months, more crazy. Water only. They come on headache. Headache. They go, like want to die. I say, want some honey? Okay. Have some honey and salt. Good for you. And then after they drink already, they can feel the energy. Then they can walk. What for? You fast and you sleep the whole day, better don't do fasting. You fast because you want to meditate. You want to intense the meditation, that's why you do fasting. What for you do fasting, you sleep the whole day, but so don't fast. But so eat normally, do normal practice. I think it's more beneficial for your mind and body. A lot of people, they do fasting and they sleep. What for? So the body can be back. I say no, we focus more on the mental aspect, this mental developments. This body, no matter how you treat it, it never sign contract with you that you won't fall sick, you won't grow old, you won't die. You will die one day. Sure to die. So before I die, we make full use of it. Our own benefits.
Thank you.
Right.
Terry, I think you had a question?
Yes. Ajahn, I meditate every morning.
Good.
And so for quite a few years now, I've thought I should meditate again in the evening. But I don't feel like doing it. Instead, I watch TV or YouTube and eat biscuits. should I meditate in the evening
I
as well?
think you should walk.
Walk.
Have you walked?
Yeah, that's what my meditation is each day. I like walking meditation.
Yeah, you walk. You walk maybe 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening will be good for you. After the walking, then you sit. And you see that, you see, we don't force things to happen. But you must put in the right causes, and things will go by itself. When I first practiced Buddhism, I was fighting with my precept because we got a lot of bad habit. Think cannot that thing. Wow, it's crazy. It's torturing me, killing me. Because I love drinking. I love things the precept cannot do. We love it. And when we come, this thing cannot do. I got funny one right. But later, as we do it, then we find that we can meditate better. When we have this self-control, self-discipline, we find that it's true. If you have a self-discipline, then you can really meditate better. And then when you meditate better, the more you will intense on the practice. Okay, I will keep on this, keep on that. And you can really keep up because you have the concentration to back you up. The meditative mind. And you experience the calmness in you that is easier and better with your intense practice of the precept, upholding, and you can practice better. And when you can find better, then you have the more confident, or it's an automatic transformation. This factor support this factor, support each other, and this is how you feel really. Because you feel, first thing is, the head, like the background noise disappeared. Last time I meditated, a lot of background noise. Hey, what is that? Not gossip behind. Background noise. Then actually it's sort of, no, just a breath. Wow, what is that? Wow, because I observe my precept, and the mind can calm down so fast. Okay, you see, this is how we have this insight arise within us, that the precept really helps. The precept really helps to help you to attain concentration better, right? And being more circumspect in everything you do, more mindful. That's why I don't encourage people to go so much on the handphones. It's very mentally drainage, external, which you don't know. You thought that it's okay, but no. You spend too much time, especially on Facebook, checking how many hits you had. Google will tell you, lucky you have how many. Wow, people is crazy. What is that? We're wasting so much time on that. But you need to go through that. A lot of people, they need to go through that in order for them to say enough. And because it's taking up a lot of time. We should be meditating, we waste our time and happy with the hit you have, the audience is reading. Well, she's not going to bring it to Nibbana. You cannot encourage, you cannot bring it to heaven, In heaven there's no computer. You can't bring along. Your mind all the time on this externally, and it's very mentally drainage. You are always engrossed into the content of what other people talk about. Your mind your attention is on outside, not on inside anymore. So how can you address your problem?
Yeah.
We can't. So we have been controlled by the media. There's a lot of people, they have been, a lot of this so-called superstars, they are so easily emotionally affected by the comments, and then they committed suicide. Wow. Why? Because they spend the time, only want people to praise them. People to praise them, and they're so happy. When people say bad things, who's this girl? You check. He counter. This is gossip. This is a form of gossip, which is I don't encourage. And for me, stay away. they have more time for meditation. Instead of watching that, I better watch inside. If you watch inside, you're improving yourself. If you watch outside, you are living under the expectation how people looking at you, and not how you feel, but how you should be. Our own life, we control our own life. We don't let other people control you. They will say that you're no good. They should be good according to what they think you should be good at. This is not. That shouldn't be the way. No, for me, no, I don't. Not my problem. You say I'm good. Okay, thank you. Say I'm not good. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, because we know deep inside what are we trying to do. What we are for. For example, this walking. When I first tell hey, I'm going to walk, I say, hey, is it true? I say, yeah. Hey, Lara don't say me that. Because maybe they don't know me yet. I've been walking all this while, no problem. And in fact, when we walk like a monk, this is for me, it's a picnic trip. So nice, every 5 kilo people give you water. You have 100 plus, energy drink, breathing. Wow! 5 kilometer chant. But we go our Tudong, no way. Stream water, sometimes no water, got to look for water. It's tough, you know. When you go for the real Tudong trip in the forest, it's tough. Sometimes no food, no water. Supposed to be water, then no water. Oh. Okay, urine. Yeah. Send back. Our urine from saltish urine drink, they become no taste. Morning very saltish, our urine. We drink whole day because no water, we'll drink urine. Drink the water, urine become no taste. That shows that we have used up all the salt of the body. That's why we got to bring along salt. When we go forest, we bring only salt, not food, salt. So when this thing happens, we got to take, when we meet water, it's just like, wow, water. Put a lot of salt, and straight away you feel your muscle relax. Then you can really see how this body reacts when you let a bit nutrient your body. We are so insensitive to the body because we have so much good food. Yeah, we don't really go hungry. And Coke and pizza and cheese, biscuit, whole day. So we're not sensitive. No. That's why we got this health problem. It's all self-inflicted problem, in fact, of all scientific. But if we like one day a meal, very, very fit. You don't have to go for fitness test. You control by itself.
Thank you. Any other questions?
So, Ajahn, do you normally take one meal a day, or do you take 2 meals, like breakfast and
It depends. For me, I'm very flexible. I don't upset the host. You know, sometimes I say, no, they say, yeah, especially cook for you. Okay. But normally we take only one meal. Normally, if you're at a temple, people know us, they already know us, you know, But when we come up, what to do? Sometimes people get upset. They come so far, bring you the food and say, I take only 1 meal. No, it's okay.
out of compassion?
Well, they're not giving poison, they're giving food. I mean, we should be gratitude, you know. For me, I always emphasize, we must have the gratitude. They are not our relative, they are not our friends, they are from someone which we don't know, but they have the faith, the trust in you, they bring you great food, they don't charge you. Someone they wake up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they cook for you.
Yeah.
They bring you food. And you dare to tell them? cruel to say that. It's, okay. At least like when we were walking in one time in Malaysia, I think this guy, he was open fasting time, Ramadan. So I saw this truck guy, he drove, he go, 6 p.m. Hey, Metta. Malay word, ball header is called Metta. Because he doesn't know, no? Metta, yes, for you. Thank you. And then the other one, you're not supposed to receive for it. Look here. People are so kind. They thought that it's breakfast time. You must be hungry walking. So they give you food. They are on goodwill. What's wrong with receiving a goodwill from other people? What will happen? You say, no. You will get offended, How is Metta? This four-headed person. He's so insensitive. You try to give him things, he says no. Is my king inferior? So it's manners. Sometimes we must know how to react in other culture. Because we are in the other country, other culture, and then we don't offend people. We don't know what's happening. So we must know how to react wisely. And lucky I'm the one handling, because I'm the tallest among the group, and all the I'm 6 foot plus, all the way shorter. And you go, Metta. So I said, okay, I go. I never take the food, I give my driver. And my driver said, China, where you get the food? Then the driver give it to me. He took open fast already. We are hungry. And we are walking, They thought that we must be hungry. Give him some food. We got good will. So I received his good will. Right. So no problem.
Okay, thank you. We have a question from Zoom. I have heel pain and back problems. What method can I do for meditation?
Heel.
The foot heel. Yeah, pain and back problems.
Back problem. Well, I would advise go to a chiro first. I mean, you got back problem, you don't meditate. Yes?
Can I say something? Can I add something?
Please.
I had L4, L5, L3 for many years, and I have 5 discs. I love collecting discs. People love to collect something. I love collecting discs. It's happened because of accident or whatever.
Right.
And I've been to chiropractor, and I've been to physio, osteopath, acupuncture, you name it. Obviously, I have to go back there next week and next week. For the middle back or even the lower back, when you have disc, I found out myself by searching, the best exercise is to hang from a bar. By hanging from a bar, you're allowing your spine or the gravity to sort of relax your spine, and you'll crack by itself without even, you feel it. And you feel you're breathing better. When I told my chiropractor, he wasn't happy. Because he lost me as a patient. And this is 15 years ago. Today I'm 64 and I still do that 3-4 times a day. It's up to you. Every time, 10 seconds. 20 from a bar. Just hang there and let your body just relax. If you want to go a bit more, build up the muscle to hold your vertebrae, you'll do chin up. By doing chin up, you're getting the muscle stronger. Similar, if you have any impingement, you do muscle, something with a rubber band, something very simple.
Good.
So it worked for me, and this is, I'm talking about 15 years of experience.
Yeah, good sharing.
Thank you.
Good idea to go to chiropractor. It's gonna be long.
No, it's good because you go. It's very good to have this open discussion because he's a living example.
Absolutely.
And you suffer the pain. Hey, do chin up. And not chin up, you just hang.
Just hang from there.
10 seconds, 3-4 times a day. And he healed his back problem. How many? L3, 4, 5?
It's up to you.
No. L3, L4, L5, right?
I have the L4, L3, and I have even neck. I have neck disc from my jaw for many years, bending. Again, I found a treatment for the neck muscle as well. And just like you walking for many hours, that it is helped the mind and the body.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, good. So, he gave answer. And then meditate more.
Give him the credit, don't give me the credit.
No, we share.
Sharing.
We
Yes.
share the credits.
Thank you.
This is a dissemination of information. It's very good. Sharing. Yeah. This is what the center is for.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting because our weekly events, we generally sit in a circle and we share
Yeah.
because we can learn from each other. So it's not just one way. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
I have a question.
Yeah. Harry?
I want to have a relationship with somebody that's very close to me, a family member, but I don't agree with the things that he has done in his life. How do I get close or feel care and compassion for somebody that has spent such a long time in his life doing some terrible, terrible things? I know it sounds a bit crazy.
No, it's not crazy. It's a question.
Yeah.
It's a question. Yeah. First thing, when you want to have a relationship with someone else, you must look at his good side. Right? Focus on the good side first. And of course, everybody got his bad side. Then you measure. Right? Which one is more? If he got a lot of bad things, I think it's not so wise. You know, no point you spend your life with a punching bag for someone. You know, being scolded at, no respect, and I mean, you have the choice, right? Sometimes, like I say, it's better to be alone than to be with someone. It takes two hands to clap. But of course, it's a choice, right? And in Buddhism, normally, the Buddha always advised to talk about morality, right? A good relationship must be of respect. The respect must be there. The caring, the respect, the understanding, the forgiving, give and take. If a person doesn't possess this kind of condition, I don't think it will be a good. It's better to stay alone. Of course, if you have a piece of cake, you can take for yourself. You give to someone, you can wax by giving food to him. You can wax someone. Right? I tell people, I'm alone now. I got my bike, I got my food. I eat alone. But you have someone, you got to share half. Finish. You want children, more content. You want children, finish. Now you want your share. But that's why we say we are so lucky to become a mom and stay alone. That's the beauty. Because of the yellow robes, you have the respect. People give you free food, free lodging, these sort of things. But again, because too well supported, people get carried away. They become ingratitude. They're so demanding. Must become this. Nobody owes us. Please have some gratitude for people offering. We were talking about monks, right? We must have the gratitude. Sometimes they may not bring those food that we expected them to bring, but they have the kind of sacrifices to bring the best what they can provide. And we don't say, why you breathing so, why you not hot, organic, no, this and that. I say, hey, they don't owe you, no. You're not your parents. Will your parents do that to you? They don't even do that to you. These are faithful devotees. We must have the gratitude, so that we're able to preserve the trust for the lay to the Sangha member. If not, it will be detrimental. People that's disheartened because of this kind of behavior. It should be the case. The same thing, like for example, in relationship, same thing. You must have this kind of understanding first for yourself. You must ask yourself, what kind of happiness you want in life.
I guess this particular person is my father, and I don't have much of a relationship with him. I don't agree with the things that he's done, but I love him because he's my father. But the things he's done were so bad that sometimes it's hard for me to get past that, But he's never been bad to me. He's never done anything to hurt me. But his behaviour, yeah. But not to me.
We only can be, have the good wishes for him and do your duty like a daughter to be as good to him.
Yeah.
Whatever thing he do, he got to pay for what he do, because we can only wish that he don't do it, but human being like that. We can be from the same family, but we have different kinds of.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Yeah,
do you mind if I say something?
Please.
Because we all share this experience. My father passed away 12 years ago, and when I was young, we never had a good relationship. But then, again, I went through this. There was a time I don't want to even talk to him. But when I was young, he understood me. And I used to say, why he thinks like that? But then, when he started to get older, I understood him more. It's not the opposite role. It's like he was a carer for you when you were a child, and he put up with, you can ask him the same question. Daddy, why this? Why? He'll never get upset. But then later, when they start to get a bit funny, then we get upset. I don't think that's fair to return something. But then you said very important point. But then you said your father. The first question, I didn't know who you were talking about.
Of course not.
Yeah, I understand. But that, look, it's good to talk about your own experience. He said something, if there is a relationship poison from it, stay away. Anything that doesn't give you peace, stay away. Friends, neighbors, but father, that's how I treated my father. Then I start to see him different. And one of my sister, again, for 5 years she didn't talk to my father. And she said, no, I want to revenge, my sister said. And did you forget when our father used to hit us when we were kids? I said, no, he's weak. I'll never take my revenge on him.
No.
And I changed her. I said, no, he is weak. He was 80. I said, I can challenge someone strong, but I'll never challenge someone he's weak, like he has no weapon, and I have weapon, it's not. And I think about it between you. But very important what he said,
Thank you. Any other questions? Sure. Chao Khun's going tomorrow. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Come on. Okay.
Are you going back to Melbourne tomorrow?
Yes. Afternoon.
And then after that, with
To Lara. What Sampantawong? What Sampantawong Lara?
In Geelong.
Geelong.
Yeah.
And how long are you staying there? Like,
Yeah, I'll be there for some time. I shall be there for some time.
okay, so no plan to return to Singapore or Malaysia?
Oh, now I look at the news, it's worse. Yeah, Singapore is worse now. Now they reduce from 5% to 2. Yeah, You cannot, that means the two including a caretaker and reduce, because it's spreading now. Because in Singapore they open up to let those migrants to come in, and they bring in the virus.
Yeah.
Even my monks, my temple, they went for blessing in a Singapore Terminal 3. And the authorities say that you better come for your test. Yes, yeah, the sense I think we all got it. I said, congratulations. I don't make them sad.
Chao Khun, one last question. So during your talk, you mentioned one thing, which is the mind doesn't die.
Yes.
Can you explain that a bit more?
Wow. Okay, I make it simple. The mind doesn't die. Right? When the person dies, it's just a body that dies. And this consciousness that leaves the body, what we call our mind, will go to another form. So whatever form, we only those practitioners will know for themselves. Right? Whatever form. That's why I say that you can, if you have precept, you don't worry. Heavenly forms. You practice meditation, don't worry. Brahma work. Yeah, and whatever level of the Brahma work, it depends also. Right? And Anagami, short Brahma work. Jhana, Arupa Jhana. Right? And for those who have finished, extinguished their defilement, no more, leaving the body just like, just, and you're just like air like that.
Ajahn, can I ask you one question? You see, my dog just passed away last week. Yeah, you know, but during his last breath, so we on the Metta song throughout his last breath. So, is there any help in any way for the dog?
Sure, because the dog has been engaging with human beings all the while.
Yes,
so that he thought that he's one of. He behaved like one of family members, so they are very attached to you.
Yeah, is
right?
it?
And then you always care for them, so they'll come back.
But we on the song, I on the Metta song. Yeah, beside him very softly.
Yeah.
So until his burial, that's just at the back of the yard. So we just hopefully, maybe he will reborn in a better place or something.
Sure.
You will hear.
Sure. You transform out, animals and the beta form is the only realms that we cannot transfer. They cannot receive us, the merit, because they don't know how to acknowledge.
And
they can't acknowledge. Right? And Holy Spirit, they signal you that they are there, okay. Then you're able to transfer the merits. It's just that someone said, can you please give me water? They give you water, then he can quench his thirst. Same thing. Like merits. It's not that you give, people will take. Sometimes you give those kind of wrong views of spirit, you don't want. I came across certain beings that are very fierce, and I thought you want some merits and meditating. No, they don't want.
What do they want?
They want to challenge you. They want to challenge you. That's it. Peace no more. Peace no more. And the power of Metta is they will just withdraw. They just withdraw. They can't do anything to you. You just generate thoughts of goodwill, that's all. They can't do anything. That's the power of metta.